I knew that Rebecca was the one when freshman year I visited her at school, and the weather was terrible on that Saturday, and we actually spent the whole day watching a marathon of Say Yes to the Dress and just hanging out in her dorm room. And I wasn't bored at all. I had a great time and had a lot of fun. And normally right now I would probably hate watching that show. She's told me this: if she has a different story, then that means she either changed her mind or made it up. But at A&M, I was playing music at some church event, and Rebecca showed up like a couple minutes after it started, and she like sat down a few rows away from me. And as I was playing guitar and singing and whatnot, I like winked at her or something like that. And she said that when she saw that, she said God spoke to her and said that was the man that that she was going to marry, and if she said something else, she's wrong. But I didn't realize like what I was doing. I just winked at her. I was like, oh hey, hi.
All it takes is a wink.
Yeah, that was it. She doesn't have any like habits, but I'm gonna say that she's indecisive. She can be indecisive. That's her habit.
Okay.
AKA when we're trying to figure out where to eat.
Yeah.
Yeah. Where do I start? I'm gonna say my messiness. Probably my messiness.
Okay.
And how loud I talk.
Do you talk too loud?
According to her, I do. There's been so much of that over the years.
Is there one thing you're hanging on to? Shoes.
I have a lot of ratty old pairs of shoes that if she had her way that she would throw out in a heartbeat.
They're comfortable.
Like these. She's been telling me for like months that I need a new pair of these, but I love them.
They look alright.
Thank you. I plead the fifth. I'm not going to answer that question.
Good.
I don't know if this would count as a date, and I don't know how many of you guys in this room know this story, but on my, I want to say 17th birthday, would you have known each other at that birthday? One of my birthdays in high school, when we were first dating, we went to dinner with my family on like a weeknight. And so there was still like a curfew in effect. We went to dinner with my family, and then we still had some time left before Rebecca had to be home. And so we drove to a park in Flower Mound and just parked and just chilled for a little bit inside the car. Rebecca gave me my birthday present then. And she had literally just given me a really thoughtful present that she made and put a lot of thought into. I was giving her a hug and saying thank you, and all of a sudden there's a knock, knock, knock on the window, and it was a Flower Mound police officer. who was curious as to why we were sitting in our car in a public park during park hours inside curfew.
Making out.
Totally, yeah. And so this was in like October. I remember that because Rebecca was dressed in her band practice clothes, and the officer called for backup and brought a female cop out. And like, I know you're like, you know, if you can refuse the right to a search, but I was like, shoot, I don't have anything to hide. Like, yeah, you can search my freaking car as much as you want. But then they brought us out of the car and patted us down and everything like that. And Rebecca would be embarrassed if she knows that I'm telling this right now. But that female cop had a chip on her shoulder, man. Let me remember exactly what she said. Rebecca was shivering, and she goes, "Don't you know it's supposed to be cold outside? Why aren't you dressed for the weather?" And then Rebecca looked at her straight in the face and said, "Well, I wasn't expecting to be standing outside."
Remind you of?
Belle. She always liked Belle, and because she looks like Belle, but now I'm gonna say Princess Anna from Frozen because that's newer. I think she's more like her personality.
Why?
She takes matters into her own hands. She's assertive, just like Anna is, like she was with Hans. But then also, it might just be because she's more of a modern princess, and so she kind of just fits the personality of today's, you know, hashtag basic white girl. Too. She's stubborn, just like Reb.
That's good.
But she's pretty and can sing. There you go. I'd have to say NSYNC.
Really? Not the boys in pleather?
They're not a boy band, they're a rock band.
Oh.
A boy rock band.
That's awesome.
There.
I know, I'm sorry.
27 dresses.
Oh.
Yeah, you remember that now? Flashback?
Yes.
On the sofa chair while we were watching the movie.
On the sofa chair.
In that McKee media room.
McKee media room.
In the middle of 27 dresses, or towards the end of it, when we realized that curfew was getting close and I had to leave. It's unfortunate that she hasn't done anything lately, but I'm going to say Rachel McAdams.
Good.
She's always kind of been the one. I mean, there might be others, but that's the only one that I can really think of.
Rebecca's celebrity crush.
This is why we're meant for each other. Ryan Gosling. Notebook? Yeah.
Casey Railing took an outdoor class in high school and was so inspired he decided to sell all of his earthly possessions, move out to the bayou, and become a hillbilly.
Woo, doggy! Becca, get the kid ready. I got us a nice squirrel for supper.